Just get back to work. Oh man. I did my chores. I mowed the lawn, and then we got sprayed, so we washed down the house and washed out the screens real good. And then they fixed the leak up on the top of the air conditioner, so we replaced all the things around the vent there to get rid of all the moisture and the wet stuff, and checked all the stuff for any signs of mold, and everything was okay, so we fixed all that. And man, selfish people suck. I can't stand selfishness. It just hate it. Hate it with a passion. Oh my gosh, I hate it so much. But it's you can't let it consume you. Okay? When you despise, there was once a man named Blaise Pascal, right? And he said when he read the Gospels, okay, he was a mathematician, and I'm sure he asked the Vatican to be able to look at and read the documents that Jerome used to write the Bible, okay? Because even if, this is how smart Pascal was, okay? Even if he didn't have access to the knowledge, if he could take the documents and then he could take the words and the symbols and correlate them with the story, and then correlate the words and the symbols, then he could learn the language, and then he could, that's how smart he was. But I guess if I had nothing better to do, you know, and it would help people be able to take all the mythology and if it's not coherent, and it's based on mythology. Faith must be based on reason. Okay. If there's no reason to it, okay, if you can't, faith must be based on reality. If you can't prove through math and science your perception of your faith and your reason, then you shouldn't, it's wrong. Okay. It's wrong to give people faith based on stuff that you can't justify. Okay, and that's Pascal. Right? And so when you have people manipulating people with mythology and things that they cannot, things they can't defend, things they can't, faith, okay, is based on faith and infinite glory. Okay, and then have an eternal life based on infinite glory, and understand that you have natural laws given to you by an infinite essence that we have an eternal existence through. Okay. Now that's faith is, that's in God. Okay. Proof is for human beings. Okay. Prove it. Okay. And so you'll see that in the Quran. You'll see that in the Bible. Prove it. Right. You have to prove it. And Montague would have conversations with Pascal, and Pascal would tell him, if you cannot prove the justification of your faith, then it is not valid. So therefore, you cannot force your faith on others. Okay, you should never force your faith on others. You should prove to them. See, Pascal didn't argue. Okay? An argument it's not intelligent. It's a waste of time. Okay, he would give you his. It wasn't an argument. It was his perception. It was his equations. It was his understanding. Okay, it wasn't an argument for his religion. Okay, he would explain to you why he was religious, and here's why. Okay, and then he would use things that he could prove to point to faith. That's what Penice is all about. Okay, you cannot grasp the infinite with the finite, so why bother? And then he gives you the wager and so forth. And so, very intelligent human being, because he's very humble. And he realizes it's our dialogue, everything is ours to share, and what we get is a result of all of us. Okay, so we have Jesus, who's a faithful, mature, perfect human being that gets murdered by people that are not faithful, mature, and are perfect. All right, so he gives us perfect, sustainable faith. Okay. And the people that kill him and turn him into mythology and things they can't defend through comprehensive reason, so forth. See, that's why the Vatican killed Pascal. You understand? So yeah, they poisoned him to death. Probably got his own family to do it. Kind of a lot like me in Las Cruces with, this is my country. These are my brethren. According to them, where's my brethren, right? And so these are the people I got to deal with. But it's very consistent. Okay. This is what happened with Pascal. This is what happened with Saladin. This is what happened with Muhammad. This is what happened with Jesus. This is what happened with Daniel. This is what happened with Joseph. This isn't a story that doesn't, it's tale as old as time, a song as old as rhyme. Beauty and the Beast, and the Booty and the Beast. I ain't got time for Booty and the Beast. They get on my nerves. So I was okay. Y'all go do your trifling fighting and discussing and planning and wishing and hoping and so I'm like, I ain't got time for this shit. Because time is a precious gift from the glory of grace, and I'm going to devote all my time to the children being able to live the Lord's Prayer from cradle to grave and pass it on eternally. That's what I'm going to do with my time. I don't know about the rest of you assholes. Make your decision. How can that be your decision? Look, Merry and Pippin and Gandalf and the one guy with the good game, bro. You named the one tight end Gandalf. Something was funny. Some of the names he names his created team guys. Jimmy Jangle and stuff. He's goofy, man. He's got kids. Yeah, he's got kids, so he's gonna be silly. Because that's how it happens when you get kids. You get silly, and they're fun. I love kids so much. Yeah, old Noah, and Natalie and Emily. Natalie's, what the military did with Natalie, and all evidence points to it. And I didn't understand. I did understand it after the facts. Okay. What they did with Amy and what they did with Natalie. Okay. And it's basically like training. Okay. And most people involved in it. One of the people I think that found it most hideous and rebelled through it real early is the wife from King of Queens. Okay. She didn't like it, but she doesn't have what it takes to step up. She's scared. It's already done. That's what it is, guys. It already happened. It's already there. The technology has evidence. Okay, guys, you can do like Facebook and act like I didn't exist for the last 10 years. Okay. 2 and 2 is 4. Life is eternal. Grace is infinite. Hi, I'm Earl, son of Ralph and Barry. Book of Revelation. It's kind of like taking one of the greatest stories ever told, and because you didn't write it and you still can't make royalties off of it, you want to make it go away and then reinvent it and turn it into your story. That's what's happening with Facebook and everywhere else. YouTube is banking on the fact that not if, when technology shifts to isolate, contain, and exterminate philanthropists, industrialized philanthropists, technological philanthropists, that they will keep themselves safe by giving me a public arena. It's a safer bet or gamble than what Zuckerberg and Facebook are doing, for sure. Because it's obvious to me that NASA and the military and people like that set up the rules of engagement for the genocide operations, and that Mark and Jeff aren't in charge of the rules. They just got to play by the rules. Okay, and I could tell by the linguistics and the way they acted. Jeff does it different than Mark, and Mark, give him unfettered access, but when he gets out of line to what we're doing, shut him down. Okay, Jeff is like, give him access, but don't give him a lot of time to just keep going, and then just, because if I could talk for all day, I'd have had this thing shut down 5 years ago. Okay. Or when did they kick me off Facebook? I don't know. When was that? It was like 3 years ago? I don't recall. Nancy, where are my jelly beans? It's bad Ronald Reagan impersonation. I'm just being silly. But yeah, so it's interesting, but the people, I understand. The day when I was mowing the lawn, I connected a lot to Miss Lopez and to her. She had her thing with her husband thing, and we started talking, with Ben and stuff, and I was like, I got agitated, and don't let them near the damn nannies and stuff. I got mad. I was like, I'm tired. I'm not trying to hear this shit. Me and my families went through hell. Okay, Stiffy go through post-traumatic stress disorder, and she would check out, and she would literally try to kill you. Okay, other men, she would have gotten this or this, and yeah. Right, she was trained in Taekwondo and self-defense. She attacked me when I got out of the shower, and she went for here and here. She tried to take her thumbs and go straight for my eyes, and then as soon as I went up, I'm so fast and I'm so agile and so quick. I got up, pulled him down, then she went for the neck, then I pulled him down, then I was on top of her and I restrained her, but I was naked because my towel fell off. And then my genitalia was in her face. And she just tried to gouge my eyes out and shove her thumbs through my arteries in my neck because she was upset with the financial problems we were having in North Carolina, and she blamed me. Yeah, most people, that's, Hogu Tovar didn't know that story. I never told anybody in Sierra Vista. Amy just screwed around on me a lot and laughed at me and told me I was pathetic. Okay. I think a lot of people, why should I lock up my wives and go to the authorities that were torturing them to keep their money in position with technology for reacting violently to being abused with me because they want to keep their money in their technology? You don't think too good, too. Life's eternal and grace is infinite, all right? I'll think for you. Okay, peace.